Don't you worry, don't you cry. I can promise it gets better in time. Keep your head up, keep your shine. Hold my hand up, it gets better in time.
So I'm with my class today. Class say hi. That's how she be. And then she be like, what she be saying? What she be saying? So, you know, today is a food vlog coming out, you know, healthy food. I'm going to be cooking something, you know. This is one of the things I'm posting. I gotta edit this video. I'm acting like you. And you better put this on YouTube video. Hi guys, I'm Ree. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new babe, hit the subscribe button because you're gonna want to stay. If you're returning, hey besties, it's so good to see you again. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. We made it through a week. Well, we made it through half the week. Thank you, Lord. Let's just kind of jump on in. How are you doing? How are we feeling? Do we need prayer? Do we need encouragement? Do we have a praise report, prayer request? Please let me know down below in the comments because you know I don't play about you. Never ever, I don't. I haven't and I will continue not to. It's Wednesday and your girl, I'm feeling pretty good today. I feel, well, I say that to say, I taught my first class this morning and we're getting into algebra, and I love algebra. I really, really love it, but I felt like my first class, even though they did well with it, they weren't as excited as I was about it. So now I'm trying to figure out how I can make it even more exciting for them, because I really think that algebra is exciting, but I guess, you know, you're either like a math person or an ELA person, and I think my kids tend to be more ELA, so at least more successful in ELA. I don't know. Numbers just don't make sense to them. I don't know, but I have my work cut out for me. But I have my next class in about 10 minutes and everybody's getting assigned seats today, and I'm like praying to God that it goes over well, because if you know, okay, anytime a teacher changes seats, gives assigned seats in a classroom, specifically middle school, it's like the end of the world. And I really hope it's not that. I really hope that my next class really receives it well. My other two classes are okay with their assigned seats. They didn't really give me that much of a hard time. One did yesterday, but I didn't have this class yesterday because they went on a trip. So I'm really praying that this class like does the best with handling, you know, their new seat changes. I needed to move the seats because just of the behavior problems, and I just want to make sure that everybody's like really locked in, because this is quarter three. This is their hardest unit. This is their newest, like the newest stuff that they're learning, and it's also a prerequisite to what they're going to be learning next year. And I told them, like, if you don't lock in now, if you don't get it here, the teachers that you have next year do not have time to go back and reteach. You need to come already knowing, or at least have some sort of foundation set. So I'm hoping, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord, please let these kids receive these seats well, because I don't want to have to lose 20 minutes of my class time just dealing with seats. Anyway, so I feel like I was talking about in my last vlog about how I was talking to you guys about Job chapters 1 and 2, I think, or chapter 1. I'm really thinking about going in and like doing in-depth Bible studies on the book of Job, at least just sharing with you guys what I'm getting, because I am not a theologian. I am not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm not any of those things. And as I'm learning, I just want to share, because I wish that I would have had somebody to kind of help me, you know, or at least have someone to share perspectives with what like God has said during those study periods. And so I'm really interested in doing that. So I think we're going to do that a little bit later today, because we're actually preparing chapters 3 and 4 for this coming week, actually for tomorrow. And I really just like want to study it. I've already read the whole book of Job, but I think I'm just going to like sit down and go through and like take some big like major takeaways from the text. But I was talking about in my last video about how our response to the storm and our trials and tribulations and just like the mundane things, like that our response always needs to be praise and worship. And literally the day after I filmed that video, I literally had a whole crying breakdown just about how I feel like I'm living the same day over and over and over again, that this has been the longest night of my life, that this season has been so hard and it's felt so isolating. Even though I'm surrounded by people, I've never felt felt like so alone in my life. And I just want to give a shout out to my sister Misty girl, because she literally has been helping me through just like so much. And I'm just really very grateful that the Lord has allowed us to build a friendship and a sisterhood. And this is what Faith Chat is about, because I met Misty through Faith Chat, like literally almost 2 years ago. Like, it's just so crazy to me that this is how God works. This is a community and the caliber of community that he brings. She's just been really like helping me out, just like listening to me when I'm crying. And baby, I was crying, okay, blubbering. And I didn't even know where it came from. But the moment I put that video out, of course the next day that would happen. And that's the enemy. He does that over and over and over again. And I don't know why I was so surprised, but I just feel like I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm feeling more like myself, but I just like want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself and listening to the cues that my mind and my body is giving me. So I'm trying to incorporate some more self-care, whether that looks like physical self-care, whether it looks like spiritual, faith-based self-care, whatever it is. That's what I'm really going to be trying to get back into the next like few days. I mean, really forever, but like this vlog, you're going to kind of just see me like do some things that are kind of pouring back into myself, because I've just felt like I feel like I'm existing and I'm just reliving the same day. My situation hasn't changed, and for a time my perspective was changing, but it's just like coming back to reality. I've never been in a place where I could never bring myself from out of it, and it's scary because the only thing that I can rely on is God and his strength to carry me through, like literally not even day to day, but moment to moment. Like, I have nothing. I can't pull myself from this place. I used to be able to encourage myself and motivate myself and pick myself back up again, and I haven't been able to do that, and that's very scary because I don't know how to change it. And I'm like, maybe this is the best place. Everybody keeps telling me that this is the best place to be, where you are in complete full dependence and reliance on God. And yes, I get that, but it also feels very foreign to me, and it feels very scary and like alone. So I don't know. So lately I've just been, having to go back, even though nothing has changed, having to go back and really sit and praise and worship and doing all those things. Yes? What? Why? 'Cause why? Okay. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all, so we are finally back in the house. Is there lipstick on my teeth? Because I don't want to get up here and play myself, because I will literally start talking, there'll be lipstick all over my teeth. I just got in the house from what seemed like one of the longest days ever. Definitely a good day, but long. But I just went to Target because I needed to pick up a couple of things for myself, but I also we're not gonna say overindulged. I got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna put together a little like care package for my sister, because my girl just had a baby almost 2 months ago, and she's just really feeling overwhelmed right now, and I just want to make sure that she has some things to like cheer her up and just know that like I'm supporting her. I'm gonna go see her on Friday, but I got some stuff to put in a little like basket, a bag for her, because I felt like what better way, like I feel like when people tell me like I bought this for you because it made me think of you, like that makes me So excited, like you thought of me and then you bought me something. I love that. So I decided that I was gonna buy just some little things that I know that she likes and that she would really enjoy. I'm really trying to get her to take more, you know, time for self-care. And as a young mom and a working mom at that, like she's just doing everything that she can, and you know, it's challenging. So I just want to say shout out to all the mamas, whether you're doing it by yourself, whether you have a partner, like just shout out to y'all because you guys are so resilient. It honestly makes me think about my mom, and now I feel bad for like not putting her through hell growing up, because I was pretty good, but like, you know, just giving her any, you know, little back talk or whatever, because you know how girls and their moms are, like sometimes you just, you know, clash. It does put it into perspective because like she really was trying her best, and you know, we just, as kids, we just weren't, you know, respecting that, receiving that. So y'all, my ears are so itchy. Oh my gosh, my allergies are insane. Okay, I literally wanted to jump out of my skin all day. And you know when people make that noise, that little like, I can't do it, but that noise where they can like itch their ears and the back of their throat at the same time, I wish I was that person, but I can't do it. To distract myself, because I don't have any allergy medicine on me right now, I'll give you guys a little Target haul, and then I'm probably just gonna like take a bath, relax, and get into my word, because I just feel like today's been a long day and I just wanna be, I was gonna say productive. I'm not gonna be productive. I'm gonna just sit here and just have some self-care, just sit here and do nothing. Just do the things that make me feel good, which is literally just relaxing. So let's get into the haul. My hair looks so crazy. It's been in this crusty, dusty bun for literally almost 2 weeks now. And I need to wash it this weekend because we're doing Galentine's with the granddaughters. And I wanna make sure that my hair is down and like together. So that might be like that might be a task for tomorrow after Faith Chat. All right, so this is the bag that I got to put all my sister's stuff in. It's a little Valentine's Day bag, very, very cute. And then I also got her these Lindor truffles. She likes these ones a lot. My sister is a chocolate person like I am too. So I knew that she would like these, and it's like Valentine's Day coming up, so you might as well just, you know, make it a Valentine's Day theme. I also picked up these Body Armor drinks. I got a peach mango, and then this is the strawberry grape Mamba Forever. First of all, I had to obviously support because Kobe and Gigi, yes. But my sister drinks these, I guess, to help with like her breast milk production. So I got her 2 of these, you know, to speed things along so she can, you know, really up her stash, I guess. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but anyway. I've also been seeing all over TikTok, all over social media, this little like nighttime mocktail that's supposed to help you, like a sleepy girl mocktail. And it calls for tart cherry juice. And you're supposed to pair it with like a magnesium supplement, like magnesium powder. I couldn't find the powder, so I got a magnesium supplement. I got this, but I guess I'm just gonna have to crush it up. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna crush it up and then just like put it in the drink and dissolve it that way, because it calls for magnesium powder. So I got these 2 to put in my Sleepy Girl mocktail. I also got a Poppy, I think that's what it's called, but we gotta find that. I also restocked on my favorite popcorn. The Orville Redenbacher Natural Simply Salted is my literal favorite because I'm not a fan of butter in general. So movie theater popcorn for me is atrocious because I just can't get past the butter. No. So I love this, and I actually have been going through this like crazy because if you've been around, you know, I'm having some like stomach issues and like my body doesn't really tolerate food how it used to, but I've been making these like tiny little snack bowls at the end of the night, and like this combination of sweet and salty has been really doing it for me. And so I use this as the base for my salty element, and we're gonna make one later on today. I got a couple of things that I wanted to put on top of my little snack bowl tonight, but this is the base, and she is just that girl by herself with some chocolate. Like, she's that girl. Okay, next up, I got these 2 Febreze Air Mist. These are for my classroom. I got the scent Whipped Warm Sugar Shea Butter, and then this one is the Pink Rose Petals Champagne Spritz. So we got these 2. I also picked up, I'm gonna put a couple of these in my sister's bag, but I got the Being French Cashmere Vanilla Milky Bath Bombs infused with oat and coconut extracts. They smell really good. Like, you could smell them even though they're individually wrapped. They smell really good, so I'm gonna give a couple of them to my sister and then just have the rest, probably put one in my bath tonight. One of the major reasons I went was because I needed some more dishwasher pods, and Misty told me that the Cascade Platinum ones were really, really good because I felt like the dishwasher pods that I was using before, like they weren't getting everything off. They either had like stains or like little bits of food, and then I would just have to go back in and like rewash them, and I just don't want to have to keep doing that. So I'm gonna try these ones. These ones say that they have Dawn grease fighting power and OxyClean. Let's go with that. All right, next I got these two for my sister. So this is the Tree Hut Dragon Fruit Shea Sugar Scrub. This actually smells really good. I should have got one for myself, but you know, it's not about me. It's about her right now. And then I also got the Tropical Glow Firming Whipped Shea Butter, and this is in the scent, Tropic Glow. Pause, I literally said it wrong. This is the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Firming Whipped Shea Butter, Shea Body Butter. I think my sister's more of like a fruity sense. I'm more of like a sweet, like vanilla kind of girl, but I think my sister's more of like fruity. I have Galentine's. I'm hosting Galentine's at my house on Saturday. I don't know really what that looks like, but I know the granddaughters are coming over. We're gonna have like a little snack spread, some food, and then we're also gonna take some pictures, so stay tuned for those. But I picked up these really cute heart like champagne flasks, and we can make some cute mocktails with them. They come in a pack of 2, so I got 4 because there's 4 of us, minus our girl Steph, but since she's not here, we just stuck with the 4. And then I also got my sister this giant Hershey's milk chocolate bar, because again, if it's chocolate, it's for us, because one thing about it, we gonna eat some chocolate. And then I also picked up the Kraft mac and cheese, just like the individual macaronis, and they're shaped like rainbows, stars, and unicorns. Don't look too much into the shape. This is just the only one that they have. We're just gonna call it mac and cheese, so don't be weird. I got these Dove chocolates for me and my students because I have a candy jar on my desk at school, and I have, okay, there's me and 2 students who just like literally love chocolate. And so I can't keep chocolate in the classroom long enough because I just like always want it, but I decided to restock. So these are the Dove milk chocolate ones, and we love those. And then I wanted to try the Favorite Day milk chocolate sea salt caramels. I haven't had these before, but I'm gonna put them in my little snack bowl tonight. It also has that salty sweet. It's got like salt flakes of sea salt on these, plus like some milk chocolate and the caramel. So I'm really excited about these. So I'll let you know how I feel about them. A loofah. The bath bomb that I got, I'm gonna actually give this one to my sister as well. I just thought it looks really cute. Kind of looks like cotton candy vibes. But this is the Mermaid Bath Bomb, and it says there's a surprise inside, so we love that. Some beef jerky for my sister's bag, an Aquaphor lip balm. I just didn't know like if my sister, you know, was like really taking care of herself, you know what I mean? Like I talked to her today and I was like, so what have you done for yourself? And she was like, I showered. And I was like, well, you know what? Big kudos to you, baby girl. Big kudos to you. But like, I just want to make sure that she just has some stuff to pamper herself with. So I also got her just some like shower care stuff, like things that she can do or just have. These are the Anihana shower steamers. One's in the scent Lemonade with lemongrass essential oil, and then the other one is in Lavender Love with lavender essential oil. So I got her these 2. And then also I got her this Redo water gel mask. And then I'm also trying this Poppy for the first time. This is the Cherry Limeade. I'm gonna actually use that in my Sleepy Girl mocktail tonight. So stay tuned. I just better get the best sleep of my life, because the way that girlies have been hyping it up, like I'll be so mad if they lied. Like there are certain trends that like, people are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I swear by this, blah, blah, blah. And then I try it and I'm like, this is trash. So I'm really hoping that this is not that, because I really want to get restful, comfortable, uninterrupted sleep tonight. And I just feel like the Sleepy Girl mocktail is needed. So fingers crossed that it works. And the last thing I got are these peanut butter M&Ms, because they didn't have the peanut M&Ms and I like to put those in my little snack bowl. So yeah, that is the entire Target haul. Did I need to spend this amount of money? No, but it is what it is. I think it's for a good cause. So just pray for my bank account, okay? Just we are out of the bathtub, out of the shower. We moisturized, did some skincare, but now it's time to make our little snack bowl. And then I'm also gonna make that Sleepy Girl mocktail and just let it sit for a few minutes because I'm not ready to go to bed just yet, but we can go ahead and make that together. But let's make the snack bowl first. So I just popped my popcorn and I burned it a little bit because like burnt popcorn is elite. First of all, where are all of my lights? Let's start there. Is that better? Cause I turned another light on, but I don't really think it did too much. Anyway, so I burnt the popcorn because I just feel like burnt popcorn is just better. Like you don't want the whole bag burned, but you know, you want that little like, this little side right here to be a little black. So that's what I did. I had waited for it to cool down because I know me. I'll burn myself in a minute, absolutely. I smell the burnt, smell it. It's giving mildly burnt. So we fill it up. Our base is popcorn, you know, low cal, high volume. Ooh, look at all these burnt pieces, like, chef's kiss. We have a good base of some popcorn. Let's see, so I've been also doing chocolate covered pretzels. I'll take like 2 or 3. We'll do 3 for good measure. I'm gonna let it sit on the popcorn because it's like warm and you want it to like melt just a little bit. And then these are the favorite day milk chocolate sea salt caramels that I was telling you about. They're really good. I actually tried them, but I haven't tried them on the popcorn or with the popcorn. So I just put 2. They're like this size, they're a good size. So I'll put 2 on here. My nail is lifting, I need to do them again, but that's a problem for Saturday, I don't know. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of the peanut M&Ms. You can really put whatever you want on here, like chocolate chips would be good too, but I like the mini chocolate chips. So, but I'm out of them, so we're not gonna use those. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle, oh, I almost dropped them, sprinkle some M&Ms on there, and it's giving very much period craving, even though Rachel is like 2.5 weeks out, so like I don't really know why, but this has been saving me. I've been loving it because like I haven't really eaten all day. Like I had some french fries for lunch, and then I had a little a piece of avocado toast when I got home with the hard-boiled egg, and it was good, but like that's all I've eaten all day. So it's just kind of like, oh, and my chai. I had a chai, but I didn't even finish that. So yeah, so this is like a nice little like treat to have. Okay, let's make this little cocktail. I just put some ice in a glass too. I don't even know what the measurements are for any of this, so we're just gonna be winging it. So I'm just gonna, this is a tart cherry juice. I'm gonna put, I don't want a lot. I'm gonna put like that much, okay? Just eyeball it. That's real tart, okay. And then I know you're not really supposed to crush pills, but I'm gonna crush this magnesium. What's the serving size? 1 tablet, okay. 1 tablet. Let me just like crush it really quick with a spoon. I wouldn't even know how to do this realistically. Am I in my Breaking Bad era? Like, what's this? Drugs are bad, don't do drugs. This looks very sus. I'm just gonna literally just put this white powder in there. Okay, great. Let's mix it real quick. So it's not really dissolving just yet, but we'll get there. It's really not mixing it at all, but we're gonna let it sit and do its thing. I just crushed a magnesium tablet to put it in my Sleepy Girl mocktail. Girl, it's not going too well. I'm on the phone, guys. And then I have our poppy. This is the cherry limeade. Have you had the cherry limeade poppy? Do you like it? All right, so I don't need that much of it, so it's just gonna go flat, but whatever. This just looks a mess, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna pour that in there. Have you heard of the Sleepy Girl mocktail? With the sweet tart cherry, the tart cherry juice rather? That's what we're making. This magnesium, she's very much not dissolving, so this is gonna be so interesting. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just let it sit for a little bit and see if I come back to it, it will, you know, dissolve. It looks kind of gross. Okay, so I don't really know what else I'm gonna be doing tonight. I am gonna be studying, but I think we should probably talk after Faith Chat tomorrow, just cause, I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me to do like an in-depth talk through study. I also haven't read over it yet, so maybe we'll do that in a little bit. I don't know what I just put in this drink. Oh my gosh. We'll just see where the night takes us. We are about to go to bed and this still looks awful and the ice is melted and this stuff is still floating at the top. So we're just gonna shoot it back and just hope for the best. This probably isn't the smartest idea to do this in my bed either because my sheets are white, but you know what? Let's just go with it. Cheers. I mean, it's not nasty. I mean, I could do without the floating particles on the top, but like the taste of it it's fine. I kind of wish it was sweeter, but like it is what it is. I also had like a couple of bites, and I mean literally a couple of bites of this bowl. I don't even know why I made a bowl that big. I should have got like a small little ramekin because I never finished them, but we just have leftovers for tomorrow. I mean, I just better get the best sleep of my life tonight. Got me crushing up vitamins. Like, I honestly look crazy right now, but you know what? It is what it is. We're just going to bed. But anyway, she's done. We're gonna go to bed. I'll let you know how I feel in the morning. Okay, first, we have lots to catch up on. It's the next day after Faith Chat. We just finished another good week, but I had a day today at work, like physically pushed to my limits. So it was really hard. I actually just couldn't get on camera and vlog it all today. But you know, I'm not even gonna dwell because neither here nor there. I'm not going to work tomorrow. That's just the kind of day that I had. But I wanted to tell you guys about the sleep that I got last night. Sleepy Girl Mocktail. 1,000,000 out of 10. Highly recommend. I'm gonna do it again tonight, but this time instead of crushing, the magnesium, I don't know, I just didn't feel right doing that. It just didn't throw. Why does my light key turn off? All right, clearly I have to move fast because my towel is about to slip off my head and I don't think that the light helped. But anyway, so I'm not going to work tomorrow, but the Sleepy Girl Mocktail, she's so great. I'm not going to crush up the magnesium tonight because I just didn't feel right about that. But I am just going to make my little drink mixture with the tart cherry juice and the poppy, and then I'm going to just take a magnesium tablet. I definitely feel like your body needs to adjust to the magnesium, but it worked so good. Like the sleep that I had last night, it felt different. Like it was, I woke up once, but that's because I rolled over and I realized that my light was on, so I got up. But like I literally went right back to sleep, like didn't miss a beat. And it just felt so like a deep sleep. It was super duper nice. So if you're someone that struggles with not getting sleep or like staying asleep, definitely try the tart cherry juice. Even the tart cherry juice on its own instead of the magnesium, like you don't have to use both because the tart cherry juice, I believe, like helps you produce melatonin. So you should definitely try that out if you're just someone that's having, you know, just a hard time. But I loved it. I'm making another one tonight. That's how good it was. So there's your update. I 1,000,000 out of 10 recommend it. So good. I mean, the taste was okay, but the actual results were quality. Okay, the towel wasn't working, so we just put on this little headband thingy, and then I just put my hair in a bun. But we had Faith Chat tonight. Faith Chat was honestly so good. We were talking about Job chapters 3 and 4, and basically Job chapter 3 is Job lamenting about his current situation. And I think it's so funny. I'm just jumping in because like I just want to give like a little brief synopsis before like I end this vlog, because I do think that it's important that we actually have these conversations. I think that they're like good little like just bits and pieces, and I'm pulling some things that we talked about in Faith Chat. Some of the things I'm going to share are from my brothers and sisters in Faith Chat because I like to get their input and I like to hear how God really, you know, speaks to them and what big key takeaways they get from the text as well. I just think that's like so cool. Like that's why I love Faith Chat. You know, we are studying the word, but we also get to hear how God is speaking to his children, and in many ways he does. So Job is lamenting over, you know, his current situation, and he curses the day that he was born. Notice how he curses the day, but he doesn't curse God. And that was the whole point of the Satan going after Job, because he wanted Job to curse God. And even though his wife was grieving and she said that he should curse God and die, he still didn't say it. And so now he's, you know, lamenting and he's pouring out his heart, and he's like literally, in my mind, I was like, this is so dramatic. This is also probably what God says about me or how I think God would handle when he hears my prayers. He's like, this girl is so dramatic because not curse the day I was born. But no, he really is. When we think about it, he is going through a lot. He just lost everything, every single thing. And for no other reason than the fact that opposition always wants to test God, as if like God did not make everyone and knows what's going to happen. Like I don't know. So there are just a couple of verses from Job chapter 3 that I'm going to read because these actually really stuck out to me, and I'll tell you why in a second. So Job 3 verses 25 and 26, it says, "For the thing which I greatly fear comes upon me, and that of which I am afraid has come upon me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet, and I am not at rest, yet trouble still comes upon me." What really stood out to me is because when you're in the middle of your Job season, I'm literally in the middle of my Job season, but I'm past the lamenting portion of it. Like I feel like I'm on the way out of my Job season. That's where I feel. But at the time, when I was in the thick of it, I had to remember that just because you are a believer doesn't necessarily mean that you will not have troubles. And I say this a lot, but when I'm under pressure or when I'm in the fire, I tend to like always question God. Oh God, why me? Why me? Why me? Why? And it's just kind of like Rihanna. He never said that you wouldn't go through things. Like he said, actually, when you go through things, expect it. Just seeing how Job, he's this perfect example of a man of integrity, of a man who's going through, he's lost it all. And even though he is righteous in the sight of the Lord, he still was not exempt from going through things. Jesus Christ was not exempt when he was crucified, and he was completely sinless, blameless. So what I also love about this part of the text, actually the entire chapter, is that Job can't do anything about his situation at all. There's nothing that he can do. His family is gone, his livelihood is gone, and now his health is gone. And the only thing that he can do is cry out to God and just rest in the Lord. And that's what we see here. He's keeping those lines of communication open with the Lord. And that is something that I struggle with personally, because I find when I get in the middle of my storm, I want to shut down and just don't talk to anybody, or I want to talk to people and not God. But what's important is that we always keep the line of communication to God open. Tell God your feelings. Tell him how you're feeling. He gave you the emotions. Feel it. What I love about God is that he is bigger than our emotions. He is bigger than our doubts. He will meet us. He will come and sit with us right in our emotions, right in our temper tantrum, right in the middle of our disappointment, discouragement, all of that. And he will be there with us. All about being vulnerable with God, because again, God can't bless who you pretend to be. Hello? He can't bless who you're pretending to be. Why wear a mask when God literally sees the heart? He knows. So why not just be honest? So that's what I really love about Job 3, is just that we see him lamenting. We see him not cursing God, expressing his feelings, how he is hurting, how he doesn't have peace, how he has no rest, but he is communicating with the Lord. Now, for Job's friends, child, you just have to read the Bible with empathy, because after them sitting in silence with this man for 7 days, they probably should have just left after them 7 days, but you know, they gotta talk. So in chapter 4, we meet Job's friend, Eliphaz. Eliphaz, he started off good, right? A part of me, so if you read I almost said King James. I didn't read the King James. I read from the Amplified version. And so he started off and it said in verse 2, if we dare converse with you, will you be impatient or offended? The moment that somebody says, if I say something, will you be offended? I know you're about to say something offensive. So off rip, I was like, you know what? This man is about to make me mad. So he starts off on a soft note and reminding Job how in his life he has been wise, how he has helped a ton of people, how he has been such a great source of counsel for the people. So he starts off good. Now, I will say this before we go on any further. I do feel like all of Job's friends did speak from a place of wisdom to a certain extent, but they all begin to kind of go off course and start talking about their own experience, which is dangerous, because if you are going based off of your experience, our walks with God are different. So where I'm at in my walk might not be where you are in your walk. So now you're comparing my walk to yours and, you know, things are not adding up. I think that happens because we don't know what God is doing, but we want to be able to encourage our friends. So it's important that whenever we are encouraging our friends, we are coming from a place of godly wisdom and we are not becoming the judge ourselves, right? So Eliphaz, he starts talking to Job. I have my notes and stuff down here. So he starts talking to Job and he basically tells Job that you're not following the advice that you gave other people. You were so wise when, you know, you were thriving, but now sickness and grief and death and everything comes to you and all of a sudden you're folding. So for me, one of my big takeaways from this text was that Eliphaz has a very, how do you say it? He was very one-minded. He believed that Job was suffering because he sinned. Like nothing else could be the reason as to why he was going through this, just the fact that Job sinned. His mentality is very much like the good guy always wins and the bad guys always lose. And that's not always the case. Think more in terms of performance-based. If you do A, then B will follow. We have to get out of that mentality too, that like, if you do this, God will do this. No, stop it. We have grace. We were saved through grace. This is why this doesn't work, because he thinks it's one or the other, but he doesn't leave any room for God to do what God does or for God to use this for his glory. Like the only thing that makes sense to Eliphaz is that Job must have sinned. And you know what? You need to open your mouth about it so that God can heal you and you can move on from this. But Job, you know, as you read, Job is like, I'm not going for this because I didn't do anything. Eliphaz continues to speak and then he starts to talk from his own experience. And this right here, we talked a lot about being faith-based community, because not only is it important to have faith-based community, but it's also important that you are equipped to be somebody's faith-based community. Eliphaz, regardless of whether his intention was to kick Job while he was down or not, he starts to veer away from wisdom and starts talking about his own experience. So the important thing, a big takeaway for me from this chapter was you have to be so careful who you have around you as your faith-based community and in what capacity are you using them for. Faith-based community is crucial, right? But you have to be so careful who's around you because they could steer you wrong. They could make you second guess. They could speak something over you that you're not in agreement with. Like there's just so many things. You have to be so careful who's around you because you don't want them to say something and that becomes a stumbling block to your walk. So whether it was Eliphaz's intention to hurt Job or not, he did end up blaming and accusing Job of something that he didn't do because his mind wasn't equipped to understand, because it was a God problem and not a people problem. So if it's a God problem, people can't give you any solution. Again, you can't just rely on your faith-based community. You also need to be communicating with God. It just so happens in Job's story that God is kind of silent for a little bit, you know? While this test is going on, he's not really talking. So I understand why, you know, Job would be looking to his friends because you would also think that your faith-based community would be using that godly wisdom. But when you start putting yourself in the middle and you start to become the judge, that's when things get a little bit wonky. Remembering that ultimately, yes, you have your community, be selective about the people you have around you, speaking over you, speaking into your life, who's in your ear, but ultimately going to God. And that's exactly what Job did in verse 3. He was talking to God. I mean, he was talking to everyone around him too, because they were there listening silently, but also going to God and sharing him. God, I hate it here. I trust you, but I hate it here. I don't like how it feels. I don't like how I don't have peace. I'm at the point now where I don't have no rest. I need some rest, and I'm willing to curse the day that I came into this world. That's where he was. Next week during Faith Chat, we are going to be reading 5 and 6. If you guys are wanting to join, I put the link on my community page, and I also put the link down below in the description box in every one of my videos. All you have to do is just click on the link at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will let you in, and we just be talking. We be reading the word, we be chit-chatting, praying, all of that. I'm gonna leave you guys off here because I feel like I've talked long enough. I love you so much. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also be sure to turn on your post notifications. That way you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And until next time, babes, I'll see you in my next.